Attention homos and homettes. The train to the Rainbow Rewatch is officially leaving the station. Please keep your hands, feet, flip phones, and webkins inside the vehicle at all times.
If you're not gay, now you are.
Congratulations.
Get ready in 5, 4. Ah, did I scare you? Good. My name is Leliana.
And my name is Daniel, and today on the Rainbow Rewatch, we will be re-examining Scooby-Doo Spooky Island and ask the question, was this movie actually any good? That's a good question.
It's a good question. I think the name of the movie says it all.
Oh, it does. And you know what? Very catchy name.
Scooby-Doo Spooky Island. Spooky was like a big word when we were kids. I feel like that was like a lot of people, like it was like a meme word.
Interesting.
I don't know, I just heard
And then
a
it
lot.
became into spoopy.
Spoopy. Yes.
Spoopy poo.
Yes, yes, indeed
Wow,
it was.
spoopy poo.
Spoopy poo. Where
said
are you?
Poo. Oh no, too early to talk about
You
scat.
said duty.
Yeah. Scooby Dooty Doo.
Okay, so
What are we
poop jokes aside.
We are serious. This podcast is about serious things.
And like, which is funny because like this is a pretty intellectual podcast for the most part.
Yeah.
Um,
We're smart. We were educated.
we might not have given you that impression just now.
Just stick it out,
And
please.
I'm sorry about that. But some first episode, right?
First episode. Are you excited?
I'm excited. Dan texted me one day and was like, "Let's start a podcast," and here we are.
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
You know what?
Fact.
Because I listen to a lot of podcasts about rewatching movies and reviewing them, and I was like, there's no podcast reviewing movies from the 2000s,
Right.
like specifically that era. And you know, like we're grown now. We're adults. We have we have credit cards
Yeah,
and adult things.
but it's
I pay my
still
taxes.
on my mom's name, my credit card. But is
You
your
have
credit
one.
card in your name?
Yes.
And you pay all the taxes and stuff on it?
Well, I have to pay taxes. I work.
Wait, and you like pay off the credit?
Well, yeah, I don't really use my credit card very much. I use my debit card.
Oh, okay. I use
I'm
my
a debit
card.
girl.
Yeah,
Because I just don't get credit cards. I'm like, but the debit card has all my money. Why would I pay it on a credit card and then also pay it back through my debit card? I'll just use my debit card. But I am developing my own credit score.
Love.
So we're adults.
I'm very clearly a stay-at-home daughter.
Yeah. I don't even remember how we got to this point. But we're smart. We talk
Yeah.
about smart things.
And we're also reviewing things from like a queer lens.
That's the T. Right. We're adults now, and so now we have a chance to really look back on the stuff that we watched when we were younger.
Yeah.
And now Liliana and I, spoiler alert, we're out and proud. We're queer and here, and we love to drink beer.
Oh,
Except
yeah.
we
Oh,
don't.
no.
I hate beer. I know.
I was getting ready. I had my agree face on and everything. I was about to scream into this mic, sweet, sweet agreeance.
I'm
babe,
so sorry.
you don't even drink
blue-balled you.
beer.
No, I hate beer.
You're so silly. I love you.
What's another word that rhymes with here? Cheer, steer, and we love to steer cars.
Homicide.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Right.
But yeah, like we love talking about queer things, and we think all these movies that we're going to talk about, Spoopy Island included, is inherently queer.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of gay moments that were sort of tucked and snucked in there. That we didn't
Ooh.
tucked and snucked, that we didn't think too much about when we were kids, but now that we have a chance to revisit them, holy shit, no wonder I'm a flaming fucking fajay.
Period.
Like these movies changed me.
Fajay. Please. Wait, literally in the Remy, the Ratatouille musical that they did, they said like faggot as
No
baguette.
way. Oh,
I'm like 90% sure.
I think I saw something about that.
Yeah.
Have you ever been called that word?
The thing with me is nobody has ever dared try me.
They knew.
In my entire life, ever since high school, nobody has ever dared. I've never been called a slur. No one has been ever outwardly transphobic, homophobic to me ever. Because I think in all the social settings I've ever been in, I've held social capital.
Yeah.
I was prom queen in high school. I was the president of my sorority in college. No one ever tried me.
T, and I feel like I see two reactions coming from you, both of which would not be conducive to shame. You would either be like, tee hee hee, thank you.
No, yeah.
Or you'd destroy them.
I had literally, I wish for the day someone calls me a slur.
Oh my
because,
God.
I would literally do a jumping jack while screaming at them. And I would just make them so scared of me.
A jumping jack. You know nothing scarier than a jumping jack.
A jumping jack with knives.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that makes sense. I've only been called that word once, and I couldn't go off on someone because it was at work. I was working at Macy's, and two kids came in, and they were just saying the F word. And I was like, don't do that. And they were like, shut the fuck up, faggot.
Period.
And I was like, thank you.
I've been called slurs in bed.
Okay, that's different though.
That is different.
And you have to consent to that.
Yeah.
You have to be like, hey, we're doing this experience.
Yeah.
You can call me this word.
Shouldn't have mentioned that in the first episode because I'm assuming this is the episode our families will be watching.
Oh no.
But
oh no. I'm
just
gonna forget
erase
to
that image from your head.
I am pure.
Yeah.
I am chaste. My chastity belt is locked. I have one of those 1700s chastity belts on with the metal and the lock and key. I threw that lock and key away. It is in the ocean. You will never unlock me.
Those give me a weird amount of gender envy. I feel like putting one on would give me gender euphoria to the max.
T, you're like, my pussy is so powerful. I need to put a lock on it.
Literally. I'd be like, oh, me, I'm just living in my little cottage. I'm a Catholic woman.
T, you are cottagecore. Envy.
Thank you.
You're like, put me in the middle of the woods, lock me away. And okay. If you were a princess,
right,
you'd be Rapunzel.
Out of the Disney princesses, you think
for
so?
sure.
Oh my God, why?
First of all, I wasn't thinking Disney per se.
Oh, right.
But vibes. I just think you're adventurous. You're powerful, and you act like someone who grew up around no people.
Thank you, because I have no social skills.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
you so much. No, I completely agree with you.
Thank you so
much. And
much.
it's funny because I was about to say, you kind of give Flynn Rider vibes.
Thank you.
Because you have that, swoopy hair.
Yeah, just for my hair.
And also, please, me and my long blonde hair. No, and you also have, adventurous and you're very charming.
Yeah, he has an attitude. He spills some jokes.
Yeah.
Okay, our next cosplay.
Please.
For Halloween.
Our next season's picture.
Yeah, our logo.
Yeah. I can get a frying pan and a wig. And I can get inches on that wig.
Oh my God. To the floor.
Please.
To the floor. Some grow it out since kindergarten.
Bleep that out. Bleep that out.
Bleep that. No slander here. We are not going to get this podcast taken
because
down.
I love her.
Yeah, I know
but
you're friend.
Also, I feel like she judged me, so.
Who did it?
Period.
That's on period. Shall we talk about this movie?
Oh, yes, we should.
Let's do it. But first, let's take a break.
Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, obviously, as you all know, based off of the 1969 cartoon
That's
Scooby-Doo.
the sex number.
That's the sex number. Oh my God, Leliana, you're so smart.
Oh my God, thank you.
The 1969 Scooby-Doo, Where Are You cartoon, which is just about... Okay, have you seen the old cartoons recently?
Oh, I have, yeah. My mom loves them.
Really?
Yeah, they're her favorite.
That makes sense to me.
Because she wants to be Velma.
I was going to say,
right.
She gives Velma energy.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I think she was Velma for Halloween one time. Which is funny because I was Shaggy for Halloween one time.
Oh my God, shut up.
Yeah, so funny. Yeah,
you would. I haven't seen them, I feel like, in so long. I feel like they used to be on Cartoon Network in the mornings.
Which is weird, because they were old even when we were kids.
They're fucking old.
Yeah.
They're really old.
Yeah.
So it was a It was a comedy show animated about 5 mystery teens solving mystery crimes.
4 and a dog.
Oh, shut up. I'm convinced Scooby-Doo's a person.
Okay.
So 5 teenagers and Scooby-Doo is included in that. They solve mysteries. And that's it, right?
Yeah. I don't think there's any more nuance. And the van.
And there's a van. And there's a van.
Yeah.
But so they made this movie in 2002. Also a choice. Don't know how they got there. And this brings me to our first fun fact about the movie. So, the original concept for this Scooby-Doo they should have called it Scooby-Doo Scooby Island.
That would have been hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Get me in Hollywood.
Oh, literally.
Scooby-Doo Scooby Island.
Because we need another white man on the writing table.
Thank you so much for admitting it. So the original concept was supposed to be more of a satire of the original cartoons. For example, Shaggy was going to very explicitly be a stoner. Velma was supposed to be very explicitly gay. And it was just going to be extremely raunchy and potentially even rated R. At the end of the day, they ended up toning this back, and they really pulled from the satire and from the rated R-ness of it all, but there's definitely hints of that throughout. For example, the original concept really talked about Velma's sexuality. Like, she was very explicitly going to be a lesbian character.
Which you can kind of tell.
And also, it's funny. Like, that's a commentary.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Absolutely.
In one scene, Freddy and Velma would both be checking out Daphne's butt as she put luggage in the overhead compartment of an airplane. And in another scene, Velma and Daphne would share a kiss. Now, all of this was actually removed from the actual film to tone it down a little bit and bring it to more of a children's production.
Which says a lot. Because queerness is not inherently mature.
In 2002, it was.
In 2002, it absolutely was. But, like, that really says a lot about society. Because, wake up, sheeple. We live in a society.
Do we?
Yeah, Dan.
That's what I heard. Mm-hmm. Well, it's like in Glee... First mention of Glee.
Oh, yeah,
surprise.
Our favorite.
In Glee, they had the first ever kiss on national television.
That was gay?
First gay kiss in season 2.
Glee?
That was Glee.
Wait, I thought it was...
No. On national television.
Oh my god, you know what I was thinking?
Like one of the main channels.
Was Star Trek. Because that was the first interracial kiss. I was like...
Interracial equals gay.
It does. Wake up.
Wake up. No, it was Glee. Because of course, like... Queer as Folk already happened. The L Word was on. But that was like...
They never kissed?
No, that was not on like the main channels.
The fringe channels.
Exactly.
Right.
This was the first kiss on like the main channels on Fox. Which is really ironic considering it's Fox.
Which confuses me because Family Guy's also on Fox.
Right.
And they make fun of Fox and Trump.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, maybe... They're trying to be funny about it.
Yeah.
Trying to be like self-aware to distance themselves.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they took the Fox out of 21st Century Fox. Now it's just 21st Century.
Really? Because they didn't want to be...
They didn't want to be associated.
Interesting.
I know. Very interesting. But anyway, so in 2002, yeah, queerness was mature content.
Yeah, which is like...
Big VOP.
Mm-hmm. VOP, yes.
Big VOP moment.
Google that.
But my favorite remnant of the rated R version that they took out was they had to, in a couple of scenes, Velma is wearing a very low-cut orange sweater. And when I say very low-cut, I mean very low-cut.
Right.
It's low.
It's low.
It's like limbo low.
Oh, yeah. Which, like, oh my God, please wear, like, empower yourself, do whatever you want.
Of course.
But
2002 could not happen. I think they got the rated R rating because of the cleavage.
Which is like, come on.
It's
just your body.
It's just your body. And also, it's literally a line.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even any nip is showing.
Yeah. Come on.
So, in the film, because they filmed all these scenes already, they had to CGI over, what's her name? Linda, oh fuck. It's Linda something Italian,
yeah.
Nelly.
Linda... pizza, pasta. I'm Italian. It's not racist if I say it.
Because being anti-Italian is racist.
It is. Wake up.
Wake up. So they had to CGI the cleavage out.
Which is like literally the lengths that they went.
All of the lanes.
And like, I get they couldn't just refilm it. But like really CGIing out her breast is like, her singular breast is like,
her
wow.
una boob.
It's like, wow. It's just wow.
It's
That's
just
all I
wow.
can say.
But yeah, so there were definitely hints of that like satire, raunchiness. But I just need to understand the logic of shooting a whole movie with this sort of like idea of it being a little more geared towards adults. And then at the last minute being like, and actually, we're making this for 5-year-olds and we're putting in a scene where they burp at each other for 5 minutes.
Which is just, it's just a big old wow. That's all.
It is.
It's just, it's kind of lazy.
It is lazy.
It's really lazy more than anything else. You couldn't just refilm it.
They couldn't refilm it. And also, what if they like took that satire idea and instead of just like erasing some parts of it, they just re-geared the satire?
Yeah.
Because the movie ends up being, spoiler alert, a mess.
Oh, a literally confused mess.
Yeah. So they made choices. But yeah, that's a fun fact. I think that was pretty fun.
Yeah. Okay, so fun fact number 2.
Spill the beans.
Jim Carrey was the first choice for Shaggy, which is like, when I first read that, I was like, no way, Jose.
No.
That's absolutely entirely ridiculous because, like, come on.
And to be clear, the actual actor, his name is Matthew Lillard. I just Googled that.
He's so cute.
He's...
We'll get there. We'll get to that. He is, and like, he actually looks like he could be young adult, late teen, the age that they're supposed to be.
I mean, it's a stretch, but in comparison to the other actors,
Right.
he fits in.
Because like Jim Carrey is an adult. He's an old man. He shouldn't be allowed to vote.
He's a dad.
He's a dad.
He should be allowed to vote. Good point.
Yeah. And then Mike Myers was also interested in the role.
Michael Myers from the Halloween movie.
Michael Myers from Friday the 13th. He's coming. Or was it Halloween?
I think it's Halloween. I didn't watch that movie.
Neither did I.
I just know the reference, and I always confused him with Mike Myers.
Same.
Okay, we're on the same page.
I think it's Jason is the other one.
That's... Oh my god, I'm mind blown. Is Jason from Halloween, or is Jason from Friday the 13th?
They're the same movie.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Please wake up. And like, he had already done Austin Powers, which I thought was filmed in the 80s. I was proven wrong. It just has an 80s. Apparently, you can have an 80s aesthetic without actually being in the 80s.
Right, and not to burst your bubble, but it's actually the 70s.
Oh, I failed history thrice. So, and he was like already like very like sexual in that movie, and I don't know if it would have worked out as him as Shaggy.
I don't think so.
And it would make sense with the satire. It would make sense to have a satirical movie about Scooby-Doo having Jim Carrey as Shaggy, because like that's absolutely entirely ridiculous, and he's like kind of funny.
That would be really funny if all the actors were like 60.
Yeah, and you could like obviously chat like
Pen 15.
yeah, and 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee,
Yeah.
which is iconic. Look it up because the songs are great. But it just, I don't know. There could have been a level of humor there, but not for a movie geared toward children.
Mm-hmm.
And also another little tidbit about Shaggy is that both in the movie and the original cartoons, Shaggy's always a vegetarian. And this, was it because the original voice actor was vegan?
I think so. So the original voice actor, Casey Kasem, was a vegan. And so,
iconic.
right. And so I think they honored him. He probably had a hand in it because vegans do that.
Because he didn't want to, because vegans are very political.
Yes. And so he made Shaggy be a vegetarian. And so in this movie, you never see Shaggy eating meat.
Yeah, which is like hilarious because he's eating these gigantic sandwiches. And I'm supposed to sit here and believe that there's no meat on it.
What do you put in a vegetarian sandwich?
Yeah,
Tofu?
like just a bunch of vegetables.
Oh my god, that sounds
If
disgusting.
you went to Subway and ordered what Shaggy eats, they would kick you in the head. I mean, no, they would not, but...
I would kick you in the head for going to Subway.
Oh my god, please sit.
Mommy.
Daddy.
inappropriate.
Yeah.
But
oh my God,
but
I lost my train of thought.
I'll choo here I am. So Casey Kasem, the original voice actor, who by the way was a DJ also. Choices. He quit the role of Shaggy in 1995 because they were going to use Shaggy in a Burger King commercial, and he protested and quit.
Hilarious.
Very hilarious.
Because like Burger King, not that bad. I mean, at the time, were they even serving real meat?
No. Good point.
Thank you.
That was not meat.
Thank you. It was literally vegan meat. I mean, come on.
They were just taking up like dirt and rocks and frying it.
No, literally, because you see these commercials in like early 2000s, and they're like, now served with real meat. Now served with real meat. What was it before? Like, I was about to say leather. Leather's also meat, essentially. Leather, wake up. Leather is meat. You're wearing meat.
Could we eat leather?
I'd have to cook it.
But it's already dried. It's like jerky.
It's like jerky. You're eating jerky.
You're wearing jerky.
Change out of that. How doesn't it decay? Okay, fun fact 3.
Shall we? Fun fact number 3. So the filming for the outdoor scenes of the trademark Spooky Island was filmed at Tangalooma Island in Australia. Warner Brothers then opened a ride at Warner Brothers Movie World, which is also in Australia. If you're ever there,
mate.
If you're ever there, go. They built this ride based off of the Spooky Island castle that we see in the movie, which featured the same ride vehicles as they have in the movie when they go to the Spooky Island castle. Would you ride this ride?
I would if Dan and I went and like we put on hands and he would kiss me after. We're literally not dating. I just want everyone to know that.
Thank you so much. Do you know what that makes me think of?
What?
They used to have rides. This is totally unrelated.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know those rides where like they have this in Percy Jackson where it's like a love boat? We like go through these like dark scenes.
Those are weird.
What is that? Because I've definitely seen it in a lot of media, but I don't know what it is.
You know, I couldn't give you a name. But I've definitely seen that in a lot of media, and I don't think I've seen one in real life.
No, is it just like a fuck boat? Like, do you just like get on a boat and you're like, we are fucking?
Literally, it's like, this is like, have your first kiss on.
Oh, a little swan boat.
Fingered. Okay, fun fact number 4.
Tell me.
After filming was completed, Freddie Prinze Jr., is that? I think I tried saying it before. It didn't work. Prinze. Had to shave his head because who played Freddie? Had to shave his head because the bleach ruined his hair, which is hilarious.
It is. So as you know, Freddie is a blonde,
right?
And
I guess he was a brunette.
I don't know. I feel like he's probably a dirty blonde kind of a guy. But so he's definitely wearing a wig in the beginning of the movie.
It's like very obviously a wig, and it's meant. In the beginning scene of the movie, they're all wearing their original costumes.
Yes.
And then after the time skip, they're all like in updated costumes.
Which brings me to a question. When does this movie take place?
That's a very excellent point. And we see this with a lot of different media, like Riverdale. There's a lot. They have smartphones, but they drive like cars from the 60s. But they have credit cards. But like they always hang out at like a diner and like drink milkshakes.
Right. And no one drinks milkshakes now. That's
literally they got eliminated in
60s, I think.
Yeah, in the 60s.
I think after the Vietnam War they said no more milkshakes.
True. It was either that or the Iraqi War.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this movie is trying to be like 2002 because they have the whole plot line where they're like tubular. Like, you know, they have this like slang, 2000 slang thing where they're like, you're so rad, Daphne.
Yeah.
But then they're wearing clothes that were copy and pasted from the 60s cartoon, which were 60s looks.
Yeah, and like, you can wear that now. Yeah. But like, if you want, it just wouldn't, people would give you dirty looks.
They would.
And they'd be like, wait, what?
If I wore fucking ascot down the street.
Oh my God. Well, first, I think a lot of gays wear ascots now.
Do they?
Because it has a funny name.
Oh my, you think that's why?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Gay men have zero brains.
They have zero brains. All they think about is muscles.
Muscles and peeps.
Oh my God, yeah.
But good point. Mm-hmm. Maybe I should wear an ascot.
Yeah. No. I'd wear one.
Have you?
Yeah, to like work with a blouse.
That's sickening, though.
Yeah, it was sickening, actually.
That's like so Miss Maisel.
Thank you. I want to be her so badly. I want to be her. You understand?
You are her.
Thank you.
And
I
she's
get
like,
told I don't get told I look like her. I get told I dress like her.
I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like you fit the vibe of her.
I do.
She's very like anti-hero, and I think you're very anti-hero.
Thank
Like we're
you.
rooting for you, but why are we rooting for you?
'Cause I'm a newsflash. I'm a very bad person. I don't think I'm a good person at all.
I think you're a good
No,
person.
thank you. You just say not to sleep with me.
No,
We're
I think
taking this too far.
yeah, people are gonna be very confused. This is episode 1.
Yeah.
No, I think you're a good person.
Thank you.
I think there's a difference between not responding to my text messages and being a bad
Oh
person.
my god. Okay, well I'm bald now. Ready then to shave my head. I literally just don't. Sometimes I literally don't have the physical strength to respond to a text message. It's just I don't have the strength to pick up my phone and like click the buttons. And like I see you. I hear you.
Thank you.
I don't.
You will not change your behavior.
Yeah, I know I will. I will.
Aw.
Oh my God,
Well, we're
come on.
venturing on this podcast adventure together.
So like we have to.
You have to.
Okay. You're right. You're right.
Anyway, Miss Maisel,
Shall
we move on to a synopsis
We shall.
of this film?
And we shall.
We shall. Please take it away.
Okay, so we open up to this really odd scene where it's like pre-time skip. And they're all in their OG costumes. They're all in ugly, ugly wigs. And they're setting up this weird trap to catch what is essentially the 2002 version of an incel. An incel is someone who is a man or a boy who is involuntarily celibate. So, like, no women will sleep with them. And Pamela Anderson, who comes out of absolutely nowhere, like, this ghost is, like, haunting her, I guess. They don't really explain what the ghost is doing. We just know it's a ghost.
We just know it's a ghost. I'm sure they just couldn't get Pamela Anderson in the movie for that much because of the budget.
Right.
And she's, like, important.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she's there.
She's
which
there.
absolutely is a remnant of the movie being rated R.
Absolutely. Because she was in Baywatch, and, like, everyone's like, sexy Hollywood lady.
Right. But also that's pretty smart, though, because she is the type of person an incel would be like, I'm going to capture Pamela Anderson.
Or I'm going to assassinate the president.
Right.
FBI, I was kidding.
It's like that guy with not Joan Cusack.
This is that, yeah.
What's
I don't remember. I didn't.
What's her
again,
name?
I failed history.
What's her name from Contact? And
who does the leg thing?
the gay one. This is gonna drive people crazy.
Just Google it.
I'm googling it.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
googling it. I'm looking up Nim's Island because that's the first movie I know she's from. Hold on, this is so important, and I'm so sorry you all have to listen.
Oh my
to
god,
this.
no, don't worry.
Jodie Foster.
Oh my god, I didn't know that was her.
It was-
my god,
yeah.
Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
From that one movie.
This is terrible.
From that one movie where she's like raising that baby. I don't know. I'm dumb. We can move on.
You're totally right. But anyway, very that energy.
Right.
Very that energy.
Very that energy.
Wow, we are killing the synopsis.
We are.
So the ghost is gonna capture Pamela Anderson,
Right.
And the mystery gang is after them.
And then
Him, the ghost.
after him, and then and then they capture him. They set like this trap up. They capture him, and then they unmask him, and it's Old Man Smithers.
The Old Man Smithers.
And you know the one. And Pamela Anderson is like, oh my god, why are you doing this? And then he's like, because you won't sleep with me. But he's like 60, 70, and she's like 40.
He's too old for her.
He's too old for her.
I mean, like, love has no boundaries.
Uh-huh.
Like those TikToks of all those young men with like all those sort of like cougary women.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, I'm obsessed with them.
I'm obsessed. No, I support. Like that. But very odd.
But very, very odd. And interesting to see. And then basically Freddie takes all the credit with the news because the news comes and like interviews him. And then Velma is like seething because she did all the work.
Mm-hmm.
As we know, she's the brains. That's her only character trait. And then basically the group splits up because Daphne doesn't want to be a damsel in distress anymore.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to prove herself as an individual. Freddie is just there.
I don't know. I feel like he's like, I need all the attention.
Yeah.